Who can give me a recap? Come on, fast. First attended. Come on, कुछ तो सुना होगा. I know attention level is nowadays only very less than 10%. But even that much is enough. But even that much is enough if you are serious. Yes. Remember anything?
We talked about association that if we have bad association, then we are slow to fall down. We also talked about the conscious of Pandavas, which made the noise, but the conscious of Pandavas has transcendental voice.
Yes.
The name of conscious were also there.
Yes, very good. Also, we had discussed about how they were making when Krishna and Pandavas, when they blew the conch shell, it was transcendental. Whereas when the Kauravas blew, it was only making a tremulous sound, loud sound. Yes. What else, Mataji?
Prabhuji,
yeah.
We also discussed about the two meanings of Madarthe.
Madarthe. Yes. Yes. For my reason and for my sake of my money. Very good. Okay, so what verse number we stopped at?
1.20.
1.20, no? ठीक है.
We talked about the Kapidwaj.
Kapidwaj, yes. Why it is called as Kapidwaj? Why Hanumanji is sitting on the flag of Arjuna's Rath? So that we had discussed, very important. So today we will start with 20 so that we can have a continuation, proper continuation. Who can read verse number 20? Translation? Yes.
At that time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra drawn in military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words.
Very good. What did he speak? There's a Bhagavad Gita here also. Yeah. Jigar, read 21 and 22. Okay, just before we go ahead, a small point which I wanted to bring to your notice. How was Duryodhana behaving? How was Duryodhana behaving when he was talking to Bhishma Pitama and he was telling, he was comparing the two armies? What was the tone? More of
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Secondly?
Ego.
Ego. Okay, what else?
He was
Comparing himself. That is what is most important. A materialistic person always compares. A materialistic person always compares अपना और दूसरे के साथ अपना तुलना करता है. That's too less. थोड़ा. हाँ. That is better. Is the voice clear behind? सबको आ रहा है आवाज? ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे एक very important point which you have to understand is materialistic person always compares and then he is trying to ally his friends. So in this context is a very important point. How will you make a friend? What is the principles or what are the criteria on which you make a friend? I think Madhav can put a light on this. Yes, Madhav. How can you enlighten me in this point? You are lost in some other world.
No.
Then?
I am looking for the
Words. No, forget it. How will you make a friend?
How will you make a friend? Personality characteristics.
Personality means अच्छा चिकना लगना चाहिए.
No, that's not personality.
Then?
Personality is the traits and qualities that.
What qualities you want? He's a good gambler, good. What type of quality? I mean, that's what I want to know. I want to know from the youth. क्या qualities, क्या गुण देख के आप दोस्त बनाते हो? दोस्त किस आधार पे बनाओगे? बोलिए. सत्वगुण. आप खुद सत्वगुण में हो क्या पहले? सत्वगुण देख के बोल रहे हो? आप खुद सत्वगुण में हो क्या पहले? वो तो देखना पड़ेगा ना. फिर तो मिसमैच हो जाएगा ना. आप वो सत्वगुण में रहेगा, बोलेगा चलो हरे कृष्णा मंदिर चलते हैं, बोले नहीं नहीं हम तो डिस्कोटेक चलते हैं, आप बोलोगे तो फिर भी लफड़ा है. एसोसिएशन का मैं बात नहीं कर रहा हूं यहां पे, यहां मैं बात कर रहा हूं आप किन तरह के लोगों से दोस्ती बनाओगे, फ्रेंडशिप, स्पेशली फॉर द यूथ. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट फॉर द यूथ. यस, 1 minute. Yeah. No, I will not. I want to know the youth first. Then I'll come to mummies. I'll come later. हाँ, यूथ बोले तो सब यूथ छुपने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. हाँ बोलिए. मनीष बताओ, कैसे दोस्त बनाओगे आप?
जो आपको एक सही दिशा में लेके जाए.
कौन सी दिशा सही दिशा, वो कौन दोस्त बताएगा?
नहीं,
फिर फेथफुल तो कुत्ता भी होता है. What are the criteria? See, that's the point. Today's generation doesn't know how to make a friend also. हाँ गौरी माता जी आप बोलिए, फ्रेंड कैसे बनोगे?
सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन होना चाहिए.
मतलब फिर तो वो आपको क्यों दोस्त वो कुछ जंगल में जाके बैठ जाएगा. हाँ,
नशा नहीं करना चाहिए.
नशा नहीं करना चाहिए. अच्छा ठीक है, नशा नहीं करे, बस हो गया. यस जानवी, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? यू शुड मेक अ फ्रेंड. नेवर मेक अ फ्रेंड हु इज अ डिवोटी, विल बोर यू एंड कॉल यू टू द क्लास, है ना? बोलो, दोस्त किसको बनाना चाहिए? वो क्यों? वो तो मजबूरी है, अभी बैठ के क्या करे. बोलो बोलो, फास्ट फास्ट, कम ऑन, टेल मी ऑन व्हाट क्राइटेरिया यू विल डेवलप अ फ्रेंड, यू मेक अ फ्रेंड.
What is right for you, even if it's
How can you say that it is right for you or wrong for you? Who decides that factor, that what is right for you? आप लोग कहते हो कि मेरे लिए जो सही है वो वैसे व्यक्ति को मैं दोस्त बनाता हूं. See, that is what you all land up into becoming a Duryodhana. The problem here, why I am discussing this point is why Duryodhana had this characteristics which we discussed, and why are these characteristics being reflected? That's the point what I am trying to discuss. Yes, Shweta will now answer us. Hare Krishna. Raghav? Yes, how will you decide? How will you make a friend? Let me ask from all age brackets, then I'll have a more concise idea. How to make a friend? हवा मैं फ्रेंड पूछा. Why so much of turmoil behind? कोई मंत्री आए नहीं, आराम से रिलैक्स. हाँ आप बोलिए निकिता माता जी, आप बोलिए, हाउ डू मेक ए फ्रेंड, ऑन व्हाट बेसिस यू विल मेक ए फ्रेंड?
I'm saying, I mean, youngsters make friends with whose thoughts match.
Very good, very nice. So that's the old English proverb है ना, पुरानी कहावत है, birds of the same feather flock together. तो हम लोग सब birds of the same feather है. That's why we are flocked together in this classroom. और कुछ लोग YouTube में या इसमें लाइव देखते रहेंगे, तो they are also birds of the same feather. तो इसका मतलब क्या है? What do we understand from this? You know, there's a very old story which you have heard when we were in the school. स्कूल में थे हम लोग ने, बहुत पुरानी कहानी सुनी थी. क्या कहानी सुनी थी? द फेमस स्टोरी, आई डोंट नो, इट्स अ पंचतंत्र स्टोरी, wherein there was a nice monkey was staying in a tree eating nice sweet berries. रोज खाता था और खुश था, अच्छा था, सुखी था. अचानक एक दिन देखा वो पेड़ के नीचे, द ट्री वॉज नियर अ लेक, एंड पेड़ के नीचे एक मगरमच्छ आके खड़ा है. तो उसने ये चलो ऊपर से 2-4 बेर तोड़ के नीचे डाल दिए. तो मगरमच्छ ने वो बेर खाए, अच्छा लगा, उसे भी थैंक यू बोला. इसी बहाने थोड़ा यारी दोस्ती हो गई, एंड हाय हेलो, फिर रोज आने लगा, रोज उसको बेर खिलाने लगा. सो बिकम ए वेरी नाइस फ्रेंड. दे यूज्ड टू एंजॉय नाइसली, दे यूज्ड टू चिट चैट, डिस्कस देयर good times and bad times, is to discuss. Finally, they decided one day, this crocodile went and told his wife. The wife asked, nowadays, why are you late? Whenever you are late, the wife always questions, and she sees you happier, then the bigger more question, why you are happier? आप बहुत खुश नजर आ रही हो, क्यों खुश नजर आ रही हो? So, and crocodile said, see, I got a nice friend, new monkey friend, I got nice friend, he gives me some sweet berries. तो उसने बोला, अच्छा मेरे लिए भी थोड़ा berries लेके आओ. So next time he went, he got some berries for his wife. He gave the berries, the wife ate, and suddenly the wife came out with a absurd thinking and an absurd idea. And what was the idea? अगर ये बंदर जो मीठे बेर खा रहा है, इतना अच्छा बेर खा रहा है, तो उसका कलेजा कितना मीठा होगा, तो क्यों ना मैं उस कलेजे को खाऊं. So ladies, majority, I take respect, but come up with such type of out of the box ideas. The crocodile, being a very nice domesticated husband, he said, okay, I'll try, but how can I kill my friend for that? But he said, ठीक है. So went to the monkey and told the monkey, hey, why don't we go for a stroll? थोड़ा घूम के आते हैं, और इसी बहाने I'll introduce you to my wife also. तो monkey was also very excited. थोड़ा और berries ले लिया अपने हाथ में, and yes, monkey told, see, how I cannot swim that long in the river. Don't worry, you sit on my back and I'll take you around. Fine. तो बैठ गया पीठ पे, बंदर के उसके मगरमच्छ की पीठ पे बैठ गया, एंड आधे रास्ते जाने के बाद somehow मगरमच्छ से रहा नहीं गया. उसने बोला कि क्या? He said, see, actually I have cheated you. मैं तो अपने पत्नी के पास लेके जा रहा हूँ, उसको तुझे तेरा कलेजा खाना है. He wants to eat your heart. Supposed to be very sweet, and he wants to eat your heart. She wants to eat your heart. He said, अरे, the monkey was like, अब क्या करूँ? I am in no man's land. बीच में हूँ, फंसा हूँ. So he used his intelligence immediately. What did he say? मैंने तो अपना कलेजा पेड़ पे छोड़ के आ गया हूँ, तो मुझे वापस लेके जाओ. मैं अभी तू बोलता तो मैं लेके आता था, मुझे क्या पता तेरी पत्नी को कलेजा इतना पसंद है. तो then being a very faithful husband, he said, हाँ, if I take this monkey without its heart, what will my wife say? So dumb. कुछ आता नहीं है, so it's better I take the monkey back and he collects the heart. So I went back. Definitely the monkey was smart enough. It went up and it said, भाई तुझसे दोस्ती दूर, you are a very dangerous person. Story is very old, but that time we didn't have any Krishna conscious moral for that. But there is a Krishna conscious moral in this. Letter of instruction says, Dadati pratigranti, guhyam akyati prachati, bhungte bhojete chevo, षडविदम प्रीति लक्षणम. ये प्रीति का लक्षण है. अगर समझा, दिस इज एक्चुअल, यू फील नाइस. हाउ आर द फोर्थ, व्हाट आर द सिक्स थिंग्स? षडविदम. ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति, one who takes gifts and gives gifts. It should not be one sided कि भाई आना आना आने दे या देते रहो, वो भी गलत है. तो this is what शास्त्र says. ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति, गुह्यम आख्याति पृच्छति. अपना सीक्रेट क्वेश्चंस एंड प्रॉब्लम्स आपके सामने रखता है. एंड there is an interaction between the two where the heart is open. There is no inner feelings, कुछ छुपी हुई बातें नहीं है दिल में. Open hearted. So गुह्यम आख्याति पृच्छति, भुनते भोजयते चैव. कभी वो आपको बुला के खिलाए, कभी आप उसको बुला के खिलाओ. दोनों होना चाहिए. नहीं मैं खाते रहूं तू देखते रहे, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Should be both ways. षडविदम, 6 types of प्रीति लक्षणम. They are saying of love. प्रीति जो है उसका. So here 6 types. Shad means 6. Shadvidam. These are 6 types. Giving gifts and exchanging gifts. So 2 हुआ. Then guhyam akyati prachati. Okay. Confidential or secret things being exchanged from both the sides. And last is food. Shadvidam priti lakshanam. So he said that is, so what does this mean? Friend is one who shares his heart, who shares his food, and who shares his opulence. Gifts means opulence. Very important, especially for the youngsters today, because these type of moral stories not being told and be not being understood nowadays. आजकल क्या चलता है, कौन सा टाइप ऑफ मॉरल स्टोरीज चलता है स्कूल में, कॉलेज में? सब ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं ना, आउटडेटेड हो गया है सब। हाँ, खुद ही कार्टून्स बन गए सबके सब, ऑल आर कार्टून्स टुडे। द प्रॉब्लम इज everything is seen externally, nothing is seen internally. The problem is, he is looking nice, he is looking presentable, he is flashy, he's got a lot of money, he is flashy. ये क्राइटेरिया पे कभी दोस्ती नहीं करना, नहीं तो ऐसे दोस्ती करोगे तो कैसा? एक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दैट टाइप ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप इन फ्रॉम महाभारत, Karna and Duryodhana. A perfect example of you scratch my back, I scratch your back. वो लोग में एक्चुअली दोस्ती थी नहीं कभी, और उस दोस्ती के चक्कर में, मतलब मजबूरी के चक्कर में उसने क्या क्या गलत किए। ही कन्फेस टू कुंती महारानी लेटर, और क्या कन्फेस किया उसने? क्या बोला कि आई न्यू व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज रॉन्ग टुवर्ड्स द्रौपदी। द्रौपदी को वेश्या बुलाया किसने? कर्ण ने बोला, और उसको पता था, टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग ही इज हिज भाभी, शी इज हिज भाभी, बट स्टिल उसने क्या बोला कि उसको वेश्या बुला के उसने बड़ा बोला, नो, इट सेड ऑल बैड थिंग्स अबाउट हर। एंड व्हाट डज दिस मीन? ही इज सेइंग आई डिड बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू प्लीज दुर्योधना। So if you get those type of friends in your life, life is a mess. So it's a very important message to all, especially the youngsters. This means even applies to the old years also. That is very important, is कैसे दोस्त बनाते हो, वो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। और हमको ये सब चीज़ महाभारत से सीखने को मिलता है, रामायण से सीखने मिलता है कि दोस्ती करो तो ऐसे करो कि वो दोस्त आपका सुख दुख में साथ रहे, और आपको सही मार्ग दिखाने का वाला जो बात बोल रहे थे कई लोग, who takes us shows the right path. Sorry, a friend can never show you a true path. Why? The true path can be shown only by a guru, because your friend is equally inexperienced as you are. जितने आप अज्ञानी हो, आपका दोस्त भी उतना ही अज्ञानी है. That's why many cases in suicide it has happened. One friend goes and asks other friend, बहुत डिप्रेशन में ही है, परेशान हूँ, so I got so many problems, लगता है मैं आत्महत्या कर लूँ. अभी आपका दोस्त ने कितना 2-3 बार थोड़ी आत्महत्या की है, उसको थोड़ी कोई एक्सपीरियंस है. एंड व्हाट डज ही से? हाँ कर ले यार, ठीक है, बराबर है. और मैक्सिमम ही ट्राइज टू स्टॉप यू, बट ही डजंट ट्राई टू टीच यू व्हाट इज द कर्मिक रिएक्शन एंड अदर थिंग्स. क्या आपके साथ क्या हो सकता है इस सूरत में, बात कौन बताएगा? सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड ऑल ऑफ यू ऑल, इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस कि भाई दोस्ती दुर्योधन जैसे मत करना. दुर्योधन कर्ण के साथ दोस्ती किस वक्त किया था? डज एनीवन रिमेंबर? हाँ,
अर्जुन को जब चैलेंज करने आया था वो सभा के अंदर, and he was
हाँ.
not allowed because he was said that he is a Sutputra. Arjun and everybody has said he is a Sutputra, he cannot compete.
Yeah, but at what point?
King of Anger.
No.
द्रौपदी का संवर हो रहा था.
ना, द्रौपदी संवर पे नहीं.
अगर राजा नहीं हो तुम शूद्र हो, तुम नहीं कर सकते.
वो बाद में हुआ, वो बाद में हुआ. वो उसको कभी भी उसको पोस्ट नहीं मिला. इसके लिए उसने महाभारत के युद्ध में जब तक भीष्म पिता बाणों की सैया पे गिरे ने, कर्ण ने युद्ध में भाग नहीं लिया था. पहले 10 दिन कर्ण आराम से बैठा था, युद्ध में आया नहीं. फर्स्ट 10 days भीष्म पितामह सेड, ये सूतपुत्र ये रहेगा तो मैं युद्ध नहीं लड़ूंगा. सो ही वॉज केप्ट एज रिजर्व, 12th मैन करके रख दिया था. एंड एवरी डे यूज्ड टू कम एंड टेल दुर्योधन, मुझे छोड़, मैं अभी कर देता हूँ, एक मिनट में सब पूरा पांडवों को खत्म कर दूंगा. सो and one has to understand in the Virat Yuddha, in the Virat Parva, in the Virat Yuddha, before the Mahabharata actual war started, where Arjuna was alone, and that time he was Branala, and he was taken by Virat Naresh, took him in the chariot. You all remember this part? Yeah. So just at the end of Agyatwas, On the last day, Agyatwas was over. That day he takes, the whole Kauravas come to know that the Pandavas are staying there. So to find out that, they all attacked. And who all attacked? All the 100 Kauravas, Bhishma Pita, Karna himself, everyone. And everyone alone were defeated in the Virat Yudh. Alone by Arjuna. And where did Arjuna kept? On the tree. They had kept it in the form of a dead body. Dead body and kept it on a tree. They removed all those weapons, and with that weapons killed all the, and he didn't kill, sorry, he defeated the entire Kauravas. In that, even Karna was defeated. But still, the entire army, what did they say? No, 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 we will fight, and this time we will win out. That is why, that is also reflecting in the voice of Dhritarashtra when he asking, what happened? Please tell me in the war field, what happened when these two are fighting?
Fear.
Fear. That fear was there because they were already defeated once. And that is why Karna was always bent upon defeating him. So at that juncture, when Duryodhana came to know that Karna is the only person who is as smart in playing the bow and arrow as Arjuna, because in his team nobody had. He was equal to Bhima. Both had the power of 10,000 elephants, but no one was as powerful or as smart as Arjuna. So the minute he saw, जब उसने देखा कि कर्ण फायदे का है, लंबे रेस का घोड़ा है, what generally young people think about, ये तो बड़ा लंबा अपना साथ रहेगा, इसके ऐसा आदमी का साथ रहने से हमको फायदा है, ये सोचकर उसने उससे दोस्ती की और उसको अंगनरेश का राजा बना दिया, अंगनरेश बना दिया, अंग देश का राजा बना दिया. So it was a planned friendship. It was not. See, friendship can never be planned. People always try to plan things in life. Nothing is planned. Especially when there is friendship, friendship cannot be planned. You seem to be lost, Jivan. You seem to be lost somewhere. So, always remember, these type of friendships don't last, and even if they last, it is a business, it's a barter system. I get something and you get something. That's how it is. Please don't make friendship of this sort. Most of the so-called business associate, social friend circle is like that only, wherein you scratch my back, I scratch your back, and just to keep yourself afloat, अपने आप को सर्कल में घूमते हुए रखने के लिए आप वो रिलेशन मेंटेन करते हो, वो रिलेशन खोखला है. बस यही आप मंदिर में आइए, दो अनजान लोग, शायद आप मंदिर में कई लोगों से आप मिल सकते हो जो आपको शायद जानते भी नहीं, आपके मतलब कास्ट या आपके क्या बोलते हैं सेगमेंट से भी नहीं है, आपके गांव से भी नहीं है, या आपके नॉर्थ इंडियन साउथ इंडियन नहीं है, जो भी हो, मगर अगर आपके वो लोग मिलते हैं यहाँ इस मंदिर में, दोनों क्या पूछेंगे? कृष्ण के बारे में बात करेंगे. So it is better to associate or to make friends with devotees than to make friends with non-devotees. यहाँ पे friends with devotees means what? There is no personal agenda. What's the personal agenda? ज़्यादा ज़्यादा अरे कृष्ण ने कितनी बार माखन खाई थी, कितनी बार माखन चोरी की थी, ये सवाल पूछेंगे आप लोग. This is गुह्यम आख्याति प्रचुर. या अरे मैं माला करना चाहता हूँ बट माला होता नहीं है, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है, whatever it is, that is better than associating with karmi friends and starting your life. Okay, let's proceed with the session today. 21-22, who is reading? Please read 21-22.
Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in the great trial of arms.
Next verse.
Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra.
Next one.
Sanjaya said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the flying chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties.
So, first we are seeing the valor and anger in Arjuna. अर्जुना के अंदर गुस्सा दिख रहा है आपको? Come on, let me see. कौन है वो मुझसे लड़ने वाला कौन है? Who is waiting to fight with me? Who are desiring to fight with me and with fight with us? And let me see how great our enemy is. हमारे दुश्मन कितने बड़े हैं, कितने ताकतवर हैं, ये भी देख लूं. और enemy में ताकत in the sense, who are the great fighters who are going to fight. और ये कहते हुए उसने किसको बोला? ये पूरा कृष्ण को बोला. और कृष्ण क्या बोले? And what did Sanjay say? What did Krishna do? Sanjay said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew the chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties. दोनों सैन्य के बीच में कृष्ण भगवान ने बिना मुंह खोले, बिना कुछ पूछे, quietly, as ordered by the master. Who is the master here? Arjuna is the master because he is sitting in the Ratha. He is saying, take me to that army. You know, what a pathetic situation, actually speaking. There's one person, Kerala, Mundanam. So, his guru had told him, read the Bhagavad Gita. He could not read the Bhagavad Gita. He didn't have much knowledge about reading the Bhagavad Gita. When he didn't know about the Sanskrit and all that. But since his guru had told him, every day he used to give the Bhagavad Gita. जैसे आप लोग भी हर संडे लेके घूमते रहते हो. So he used to carry the Bhagavad Gita. But the problem was, whole day he used to look at the front picture, the front photo, where Krishna is drawing the chariot and Arjuna is sitting in the chariot, and he used to cry. Cry. Continuously used to cry. So once someone asked him, why are you crying? Why are you crying so much? He said, see, look at this position of Lord. He has accepted to become a driver. And what is the position of a driver in today's world also? Definitely not a very respectable post. And Lord always, in the entire Mahabharata, has accepted posts which are very, very low. In the Rajasvi Yagya, what did he do? What post did he take? Chappal. बट सब लोग ने, दुर्योधन ने क्या लिया? ट्रेजरी. गिफ्ट्स क्या आ रहा है देख, मालूम पड़ना चाहिए कितना माल आया, कितना माल जा रहा है. आदमी का जो चीज के ऊपर उसका शौक है वही चीज करेगा. भीमा क्या कर रहा था वहां पे? खाना. क्यों? वो खुद खाने वाला आदमी, अपने लिए भी स्पेशल कुछ बना के खा लूं. तो जो आदमी का प्रवृत्ति होता है, विथ इंक्लिनेशन, वॉट एवर इंक्लिनेशन ए ह्यूमन बीइंग हैज, he does that activity for sure. So Lord went there and he said, no, I will do something very more divine. And what did Lord want to teach us? He said, all the saints are coming, all the people are coming. I'll do the menial job of taking the chappals. So there is no job which makes you. No, some people are there, नहीं प्रभु जी क्लास वॉज सेट हो जाता, मैं 11:30 बजे आऊँगा, तब तक प्रसादम आ जाएगा, चेयर लग जाएगा, सब हो जाएगा, कैमरा भी लग जाएगा. आई विल कम एंड अटेंड द क्लास. एसी का हवा चालू रहेगा. पहले आऊँगा तो एसी भी चालू नहीं रहेगा, तो गर्मी लगेगा. सो आई विल कम आफ्टर, सब काम होने के बाद मैं आऊँगा, बैठूंगा और देखूँगा. दैट्स नॉट द राइट अप्रोच. दैट्स नॉट द राइट अप्रोच. द अप्रोच शुड बी, yes, let me come and serve. And Krishna himself has proved it time and again in the Mahabharata that we have to serve. Everyone has his own capacity to serve. Some Prabhujis go and get the prasadam, some Prabhujis come and put the chair, some people come and do the cleaning, some people set up the YouTube link and everything, setting up the stand and everything. So everyone has got some seva. So we have to take up some seva. This is what Lord is trying to say. Here also he is taking up the seva of driving the chariot. In Vrindavan, what he used to do? Dance for a cup of थोड़ी सी मक्खन के लिए वो ठुमक ठुमक नाच रहे थे गोपियों के सामने. So what does he say? I am the supreme, but still I am the most simplest. So life, if you want to be happy and successful, simplicity is the essence. हम लोग एक वर्ड यूज करते हैं, simplicity is the essence. What is simplicity? To do the things which are established by the social strata, that this is something below level. No problem. There is nothing called below level. I have got prasadam packed
2 years,
4 years, 3.5 years. Every Monday I used to come, go down, get the prasadam, alone get it up, pack it up, then put it in the car, take it to the class, take the lecture, then distribute the prasadam and come. It didn't make me small, it made me humble. It is better. It is more better to be humble than to be seen. So Krishna, when he was seeing, the Pundanam was seeing this photograph, he used to try torrents of, what's so wrong? Okay, he's still wearing his crown, he's wearing his nice pitambar dress, he's still driving the chariot. But you know how it happens in the war? So much of noise is there. That time, that owner or the person who is sitting in the chariot, through his leg, kicks the driver. Because even if he shouts, he cannot hear him. So he kicks. He tells him, hey, go on the right hand side, go to the left side. पैर से बोलता है और पैर से उसको समझना चाहिए, अच्छा ये साइड रथ ये लेना है, रथ ये साइड लेना है. So you have to understand, Arjuna is going to go and kick the Lord, the Supreme Personality. But that's the rule. That's the way in which you don't have. It's not a stretch limousine where the passenger call up the driver and tell, okay, take that car to this direction, that direction. It's not a stretch limousine, right? So you have to understand, ये सब युद्ध में करने के लिए भगवान करने को तैयार थे. So we all should also leave our ego and come down to a very ground level form and try to do all savings. So that is the reason he was telling, now this Supreme Personality is driver, and that is what I am wondering, why is he becoming a driving, and that's why he used to cry. So that is what the bhava some devotees like Pundanam had. Okay, now why this background is being created? First Arjuna is telling, come on, show me, कौन है वो मुझसे लड़ने वाला, मैं भी 2 हाथ कर लेता हूँ, patting his hands. And immediately Krishna बिना कुछ बोले एकदम obedient आदमी की तरह रथ को लेके दोनों सैन्य के सामने बीच में खड़ा कर देते. But next verse is very important. Who can read the next verse? Loud and 25.
In the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all the sufficients of the world, the Lord said, just behold, Parth, all the Kurus assembled here.
Next verse.
There Arjuna could say, within the midst of the armies of both parties, his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers.
So here my question is, or rather Acharya has asked this question, why did Krishna take the Rath and make it stand exactly in front of whom did he make it stand? Drona and Bhishma. क्यों दुर्योधन के सामने खड़ा नहीं कर सकता था? He could have made the Rath stand in front of Duryodhan also. ऐसे भी उसका खून खोल रहा था. दुष्योधन, come on, आ जाओ. और like dialogue वाजी होता था. क्या धर्मेंद्र का dialogue, कुत्ते में तेरा खून पी जाऊंगा. All that dialogue होता था एकदम मसालेदार पीछे और background music भी रहता था. So why? What was the reason why Krishna did this? The reason behind it. Senior student is telling.
Attachment of Arjuna to his grandfather and his guru.
Okay. Something else?
Can I try? Root cause. It's better to defeat the root first. Branch of
Okay.
Before he would give the Jnana of Gita, he wanted to Arjuna to clean everything. Because otherwise
You're very close, but you missed it. You are very close, but you missed it.
he wanted to create a situation to
Yes, he wanted to create the situation where Arjuna will be in a position to accept the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna wanted to give the Bhagavad Gita. They had planned, पहले प्लान था. But कैसे प्लान बनाया उसने? Suppose, no, the 11th chapter, Krishna will tell, Arjuna will tell Krishna after seeing the Virat Rupa, thousands of legs, thousands of hands, he will say, sorry, I am very sorry, I behaved like a very friend like you. I know, a friend में कैसा भी है ना, यारी दोस्ती में कैसा एक दूसरे को, come on, पंच मार लेते हैं, थोड़ा मस्करी करते हैं, सब करते हैं ना. So Krishna was Arjuna's friend, and Arjuna and Krishna were good friends. Slap and slept and all that thing. So he says, I'm very sorry that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I'm very sorry about it. He begs ceasing. So just imagine friendship mein, you know. Just imagine Madhav and Raghav going nicely for a movie. जाते हो कभी? जाते हो क्या? जाते हो ना? तो बोलो ना, व्हाट्स सो डर, ऑफिशियल जा रहे हो ना, अनऑफिशियल थोड़ी जा रहे हो. तो दोनों एकदम कंधे पे हाथ डाल के बिना मारामारी किए उस दिन झगड़ा किए, दोनों जा रहे हैं. और अचानक गेट्स सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन just before going to, you know, Madhav, you're not the body of the soul. He tells him, you're not the body of the soul. And Madhav says, क्या लेटेस्ट पिक्चर कौन सा देखा? सुपरमैन ना? सुपरमैन, हाँ फिर बैटमैन, हाँ बैटमैन देखने जा रहा हूँ. Just imagine, बैट्स फ्लाइंग, बैटमैन. कभी हनुमान देखने नहीं आएगा, अगर बैटमैन देखने आएगा. हाँ ठीक है, बैटमैन जा रहा है. एंड देन ही टेल्स हिम, सी द सोल कैन नॉट बी कट, द सोल विल नॉट बी विदर्ड, द सोल विल नॉट ड्राई, द सोल कैन नॉट बी वेटेड, इट कैन नॉट बी बर्न्ड. एंड माधव का रिएक्शन क्या होगा? Just he's going to go buy his popcorn and go and sit in the movie, and that time Raghav is giving him all self-realization. See, Nidhyayato Vishyan Pumsa, Sangasya Subhajayate, Sangas Sanjayate Kam. All this time, you're putting your sense gratification. Leave this popcorn, this sense gratification. Don't take this popcorn. Why you want this popcorn? It's going to give you only sense gratification. Only for the tongue, 2 inches of tongue, it's going to give you happiness. And then down the throat, it is brown color, it is going to come out. So why you are worried about this? You know, it starts giving you all that. You think mother will take? Poor fellow will get a nice thrashing. Raghav will get a nice thrashing from him. Similarly, when two friends like Krishna and Arjuna, throughout their life, they have been a very nice, friendly terms. When they were faced with this situation, and Krishna wanted to give Arjuna the Bhagavad Gita. First, he wanted to cool him down, to bring him to an state where he can accept it. And when does one accept it? When doesn't one actually is ready to accept spiritual knowledge? At what stage?
when he will low, surrender, when he will low.
When he will?
Low.
He is low. Okay. He is surrendered. Okay, very good. Still something?
When odds are against him, confused.
Odds are against him. वो तो इसमें भी था ना अपना अज्ञातवास में, वनवास में, even द्वित क्रीड़ा में, when she was insulted and
He
insulted.
was not fighting his Guru Maharaj and Krishna Goswami.
But they were also present in the sabha, no? That time.
He was not fighting them.
Yeah.
When he is in confused state.
Very nice. Bhagavad Gita is only and perfectly applicable when a person is in his confused state. Now what is going to happen? When he is going to see Dronacharya and Bhishma Pitamaha, now what do you see what reactions of Arjuna is? Sudden change, 360 degrees change. And don't worry, we are also behaving like this only. We are also having confusion in life. जिंदगी में हम लोग को सबको confusion रहता है. छोटे बच्चे को confusion, उसको सामने 2 चॉकलेट रखो और उसको बोलना कौन सा भी एक लेना है, परेशान कौन सा चॉकलेट लूं, कौन सा चॉकलेट छोड़ो, राइट? सो इन लाइफ वी आर ऑलवेज कंफ्यूज्ड which path to take, what to do. In fact, we have got 3 things which is always troubling us: shok, moh and bhaya. When is shok giving us problem? When is moh giving us problem? And when is bhaya giving us? हम सबको शोक होता है. शोक किसका होता है? पास्ट. जो हो गया, हाय हाय, ये घर नहीं लेना था, वो घर लेना था, इससे शादी नहीं, उससे शादी करना था, अरे यहाँ पे इस स्कूल में एडमिशन नहीं, उस स्कूल में एडमिशन लेना था, आज ये सब्जी नहीं, वो सब्जी बनाना था. एवरी टाइम वी हैव गॉट अ शोका ऑफ व्हाट वी हैज हैपेंड इन द पास्ट. वी हैव गॉट मोह ऑफ प्रेजेंट. प्रेजेंट अब क्या होगा, अब ये बच्चा अभी एग्जाम देके क्या करेगा, कितना मार्क्स लाएगा, व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी. प्रेजेंट इज ऑलवेज अ क्वेश्चन मार्क. एंड भया ऑफ द फ्यूचर. फ्यूचर में क्या हो, ऑलवेज अ फियर. चाहे वो इन्वेस्टमेंट हो, अरे इसमें इन्वेस्ट किया, नहीं होगा, या होगा, कुछ हो गया तो. सो इन्वेस्टमेंट इज ऑल्सो अ भया. So we have got shoka, moha and bhaya always at any given moment of time. So similarly, if Arjuna, Krishna had not taken Arjuna and placed him in front of Bhishma Pitamaha and Duryodhana, Dronacharya, then if he had same thing he had kept in front of Duryodhana and Dushasan, और खुन्नस चढ़ता था, come on, let me fight. Krishna, I don't want to listen to anything. I don't want to listen to your Bhagavad Gita. मैं सिर्फ लड़ूंगा. But deliberately he took in front of these 2 people and made it start the Ratha. Yes, so we'll read the next 2 verses.
When the son of
Somebody new. I want someone new to read. Adarsh read. Read. What's number पूछ रहे हैं? Wow. How much present you all are in the class. Very nice. Very smart.
When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different traits of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up."
Just in 2 minutes, this whole situation has changed. Verse number 24. In verse number 23. Sorry. What is saying? Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. मतलब अभी भी खुन्नस किसका है उसको? दुर्योधन से खुन्नस है उसको, अभी भी गुस्सा है उसको ऊपर. And verse number 23 is saying, 21 and 22 is saying is, let me see who are the great personalities. So 21, 22, 23 mein he is saying, let me see who want to fight with me. And verse number 26, what he is saying? Sorry, 27, no? 27 he is saying, in 2 verses, the whole situation has changed 360 degrees. And he is telling now what he is saying. कि भाई, मैं कैसे मारूं? मेरे दादा, अरे वहां खड़ा था तो दादाजी दिख नहीं रहे थे क्या? जब 6 महीना युद्ध की तैयारी हो रही थी, the war preparation of the war was going on, that time you could not see your dadaji. That time you didn't realize, I'm going to fight with my own brother, I'm going to fight with my grandfather, I'm going to fight with my teacher. When the bugle was sung, when Yudhishthir came and took the blessings of Bhishma Pitamaha, that time also you didn't realize. So it is Krishna Leela. Krishna wanted to make him stand in front of the 2 great grand desires, that is Bhishma Pitamaha and Dronacharya. And that moment, he got this shaking of his life. And unless until one doesn't go in such a situation, one will not surrender. You know, when everything is going nice in your life, does anyone think about spirituality or it's like you're going for a nice party or nice restaurant to have nice food. Tell me honestly, How many of you would really remember God? For a split second also, would you remember God? You're so focused. My dress should be nice, my makeup should be nice, my hairstyle should be nice, everything should be goody, goody, goody. But how many of us will really recollect and think about God? Does anyone think? That time we are bodily conscious. To be erased by Krishna. And if Krishna not erased the situation, this 45 minutes of Bhagavad Gita, that is generally said, it took 45 minutes for Arjuna to understand the Bhagavad Gita. And here 45 years होने के बाद भी हम लोग Bhagavad Gita समझ में नहीं आता. We say we understand 1% of it. Okay, please read the next verses.
My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow Gandiva is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning.
These are all bodily symptoms of mental weakness. Whenever a person is weak by his mind, what happens? His body starts shivering. Starts losing power from his hands. हाथों में से ताकत निकलती हुई जा रही है. Everything he will feel. This is a typical symptom of a person. His throat getting dried up, choked up throat. All these are bodily concepts wherein a person, when he is in the bodily concept, he has these feelings. Yes, go ahead, next verse.
I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself, and my mind is reeling. I see only causes of misfortune. Oh Krishna, Casey demon.
So अब इतना युद्ध का तैयारी कर रहा था, उसको तभी misfortune दिखानी. But now he is what he is saying? Only misfortune. Now I am saying there is only going to be misfortune, there is going to be problems. Who is going to read the next verse? Yes, Shweta. No, Shweta wants to read.
I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kindness in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. O Govinda, of what able to us are the kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on this battlefield. O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncle, father-in-law, grandson, brother-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for the three worlds, let alone in this earth. What pleasure will we derive from killing the son of Dhritarashtra?
बस मेरे को कुछ बोलने के लिए टाइम दो. I was just said whom for the first verse, you continue the second verse also. Okay. I do not see any good can come from the killing of my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire my subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. These two verses, Arjuna is giving a very, very perfect. Someone once met me, and he was not. When he is supposed to have read the Bhagavad Gita, according to him, he has read the Bhagavad Gita, and he put forth a point to me. What is the use of reading the Bhagavad Gita? Arjuna is saying, I don't want to fight. But Krishna is telling him, get up, fight. क्या फायदा? क्या कृष्ण भगवान है क्या? आदमी लड़ना नहीं चाहता है. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? ओम शांति 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 ही बोलते हैं ना. What does शांति mean? Peace. Correct? So we want peace. Krishna could have said, हाँ बराबर तू बोल रहा सही है, छोड़, वापस घर जाते हैं. He could have solved the problem then and there. But there he is going to instigate Arjuna to fight. That's what the Bhagavad Gita, crux of the Bhagavad Gita is. So somebody was arguing with me. What is the use? What is the use of this so-called tension when Arjuna is already having the tension? Krishna should have eased out this tension. But Krishna is quietly listening. He didn't open his mouth. Secondly, if you see on the face of it, this point looks justified. Again read this verse. Verse number 31. Again read it. Slowly and steady.
I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsman in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness.
So till now, suddenly Arjuna has realized that now he is going to fight with his kinsmen. Before that, what he was thinking them to be? Enemies. And now suddenly he has realized them to be kinsmen. Why? Why?
Because he was angry before. Once that anger has gone, you get to realize the true.
So in that case, we have to conclude that Krishna, by giving him the Bhagavad Gita, gave him so much of anger, because without anger one cannot fight. In a romantic mood, he cannot fight. Come on, let me fight. Definitely he has to be in a ferocious mood. Either you kill or I get killed. It's like that. In war, either I die or you die. So he has to be in a very, very ferocious mood. So how do you understand that?
He was in a moha. That was present and he was in a moha.
Very good, very nice.
His relatives and friends.
So from where did that moha come?
Attachment.
He was fearing karmic reactions.
वो तो बाद में आएगा.
Attachment. Attachment.
Attachment to what? It's correct. Have this guess with an understanding. Consider yourself as the body. Then all attachments with respect to the body starts. Till the time you are not considering yourself as the body, the attachment is not there. That is why he has to start the second chapter with the first thing is, you are not the body or the soul. Where does Krishna start with that? Because this attachment, this दुर्बलता कब आती है? ये दुर्बलता व्यक्ति के अंदर जब व्यक्ति अपने आप को शरीर समझने लगता है, और ये जितने भी संबंध है वो किसके संबंध है? शरीर के साथ संबंध है. That's why Krishna says in the second chapter, they were before the war also, they were there, and they will exist after the war also. You also existed, they also existed. We have to understand that when we are in the bodily concept of life, we feel, oh, this is my wife, this is my child, this is my parents, these are my in-laws, this, that. Everything is just. But जैसे शरीर खत्म हो जाता है, ये सारे नाते खत्म. And then you take a new birth, and by chance you get a human birth. Again you will get a new set of parents, relatives, and you have to start your education from वापस A for apple, B for ball. वो तो zero से start होता है.
वही probably डर लगता है.
So that is the reason why this attachment to the body creates all relations. The minute you are not attached to the body, joke. See, I am not the body, I am the soul. After the class, I don't eat prasad. You realize, we all know. In fact, there's a story, flashback के अंदर flashback है उसमें. नारद मुनि and युधिष्ठिर महाराज के बीच में संवाद होता है, और उस संवाद में he is talking about how come Shishupal's insult, so much of insult, but still Shishupal got liberation. Shishupal was insulting Krishna left and right, and what is the speciality? हाँ, तो इसके उसने माला बना के रखा था, मालूम है? 99 बीड्स वाला माला बना के रखा था. तो कमीना है, तो ये है, वो है करके गाली देता था रोज, बचपन से. रोज एक माला तो जपता ही था, रोज एक माला जपता था. बड़ा अच्छा है ना, जपता तो था. आप लोग तो उससे भी गोए गुजरे हो, वो माला भी नहीं जपते हो, भगवान का नाम भी नहीं जपते हो. एटलीस्ट द्वेष से ही सही, एटलीस्ट भगवान का नाम जप तो रहा था. So he was chanting the name daily, but in a bad manner. So he asked, Yudhishthira Maharaj asked Narad Muni, भगवान को इतना बोला फिर भी भगवान ने उसको कुछ माना नहीं. So yes, if I tell bad something about you, then immediately Deepali अपना कमर कसा किया. How could you say like that? How can you say like that? Huh? How can you make a statement like this to me? मैं कौन हूँ पता है आपको? हाँ मैं पता है. You're a soul. मुझे पता है. You're a soul. But this consideration is because you have insulted me. What have I insulted you? Suppose I say someone, oh, you are looking fat. How can you call me fat? But what are you? Are you the body? So here, when in human level, why if someone calls him fat, ugly, tall, bald, whatever it is being called. What does this mean? He is telling the body. This again you will see in Jadabharat Bharat story. He tells Raghuna, कि भाई, what is the great thing? Some next birth I will be sitting inside the palanquin and you will be carrying the palanquin. And this time I am carrying the palanquin and you are sitting inside. It is just a matter of time. So he tells that why this person feels, because he is attaching himself with the body. The minute he detaches himself from the body, that is why Narad Muni tells Yudhishthira Maharaj, Lord is Sat Chit Anand. What is Sat Chit Anand? Wait. Gauri will answer. Knowledge. Who else? Who doesn't know Satchitanand? Please raise your hand. I'll explain. Satchitanand किसे कहते हैं समझ में नहीं आता. Okay, very good, very nice. भगवान का शरीर किस तत्व से बना है? हमारा शरीर किस तत्व से बना है? पंच तत्व से. हाँ, भूमि, आपो, अनलो, वायु, खम, मनोबुद्धि, रेवच. So 5 gross and 3 subtle. Mind, intelligence and false ego and gross body. But भगवान का शरीर किससे बना है? सत, चित और आनंद से बना है. And he is सत, चित, आनंद through and through. हम लोग क्या कहते हैं अभी प्रभु जी, ये तो मेरा बॉडी है, मेरा आत्मा आपका सत, चित, आनंद है. But it is अणु, छोटा, atomic. What is the size of the soul? 1 by 10,000 of the tip of the hair. अगर आप बाल को लो, एक बाल को लेके आप 10,000 पार्ट्स में कट करो तो कितना छोटा बचता है? That is the size of your soul. So if even that elephant is also having the same small soul, and even a small coronavirus also has the same soul. So please understand this, very important. Sat Chit Anand is the property of your soul. Body is made of 5 elements. So at the time of death, we leave this body, which again merges into either ash, creamy, bhasma, ya wheat. Either it becomes dust, stool or ash. That is the destination of this body. कितना भी shampoo लगा लो, कितना भी dandruff, anti-dandruff shampoo लगाओ and makeup लगाओ, कुछ भी लगाओ. And the destination is going to be creamy, bhasma ya wheat. But the soul is Satchitanand. So Lord is also Satchitanand. The difference is we are little covered by a body, whereas Lord is full, complete Satchit Anand. इसके लिए he doesn't feel any insult. उसको कोई insult लगता नहीं है, उसको कोई द्वेष लगता नहीं है, उसको आप कंसा ने उसको every time कंसा wanted to kill कृष्णा. क्या क्या राक्षस ने भेजे उसने, पूतना से लेके सब करके भेजा, कोई वापस नहीं आया. 1 way टिकट. तो एंड में उसने बोला चलो इसको मैं बुला के मैं मारता हूं. एंड में कृष्णा किल्ड एंड everyone shocked. Kamsa's soul merged with Krishna. In front of everyone it merged. How did this happen? This happened because Lord doesn't take him as an insult. What does Lord say? बस मुझे याद करते रहो 24 घंटा, द्वेष से ही सही या प्रेम से सही. बट द्वेष से भगवान को याद करना इज मोर डिफिकल्ट, प्रेम से याद करना इज आसान. और न याद करना सबसे इजी, सबसे इजी इज फोन. मैं पहचानता नहीं हूं, आई डोंट नो दैट पर्सन, वेरी इजी. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज लॉर्ड सेज you may try avoiding me whole life. You may try avoiding me whole life, but in the end you will have to meet me. एंड में आपको मुझसे मुलाकात करनी पड़ेगी. और किस स्वरूप में? मौत के स्वरूप में, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डेथ. बिकॉज लॉर्ड सेज I am time, I am the all devouring time. We are all with God, but we don't realize that. क्यों? Time is devouring us. एक एक मिनट से आदमी मर रहा है. We don't realize that. कोई 10 साल का था, अब 20 का हो गया ना, बड़ा हो गया, जवान हो गया, काय जवान हो गया, 10 साल और नजदीक आ गया, मौत के करीब आ गया. Suppose your life is from 0 to 80, and every day you are moving, it's like a slide which is moving. So what will happen? You are moving closer towards death. This is what we have to first understand. The Lord never feels any insult. The reason is He is Satchitananda. That is the Tattva fully made of. Whereas what Tattva we are made of is obnoxious. Yes. Tell me, you want to say something? No. Okay. Please read the next verse. Okay. And then I'll take the question answers now. It's better I take the question because already it's 12:45. So we have to understand that. Just keep that YouTube on. 1 minute. So here, what all symptoms Arjuna is trying to say? My body is trembling, the hair is standing erect, and all that. These are all bodily disabilities, or you can say weaknesses. These are all bodily weaknesses, and this comes to us whenever we are attached to our bodily relations or bodily connections. Whenever there is a bodily relation or bodily connection, these type of symptoms are definitely incurred, whereas Krishna never gets the. You ever seen Krishna? Oh, tension, oh, what will happen next? You never see Krishna doing all that. He's relaxed, he's God. That's what it is. And if you also want to get abhaya, you have to go and connect to Krishna. You have to connect, because जो खुद डरा हुआ वो आप कहाँ से मदद करेगा? जिसके पास जो है वही दे सकेगा. So yesterday night also I explained to you all the same thing. So abhay अगर होना है, you want to become free from fear, you have to contact that person who is always free from fear. And we go and ask my friend, अरे बहुत डर लगता है, हाँ मेरे को भी बहुत टेंशन आ गया. That's what he will tell ना, एग्जाम है मैं क्या करूँ, हाँ मेरे को भी, मैं भी पढ़ा नहीं, तू भी पढ़ा नहीं, अच्छा चलो. That's what happens. So better connect yourself with God rather than connecting with other human beings who are always having those defects. Okay, with this we like to close today's class. You can switch off the YouTube now. Yes, anybody has got any doubts, questions, they can ask.